Hey everyone, Tony Winston here, Jazz Piano College. Going to look at Exactly Like You and do just a tiny bit of reharmonization on it, give you a few reharmonization techniques. There's a list of those techniques down in the description, and also the sheet music is down there too. Just click on the link, print it out, no charge, no fuss, no signing up for anything. It's just free for you. So, it starts off with a C6, and we make that C7th to use these fourths if you like. Now, anything can follow the 1 chord. So I could put a 5 chord in there, and that's a G7, and then right back to C. So it gives it a little bit more harmonic motion. Another thing you could do, using the cycle of fifths, right? So anytime you go down chromatically like this, that is cycle of fifths. It just is using tritone substitutions. So we start with B7, B flat 7, and then an A7, though you could use E flat 7th there instead. Let's see how that sounds. I don't know. It gives it a lot of tension there. I think I kind of like just using a 5 chord best. But, you can use whatever you like. And then here we have D7. Now, you can call this a 5 chord because it's a dominant chord. It's not the 5 chord of the key of C, but it is a 5 chord because it is a dominant chord. And you can precede it by its 2. And since I'm going right back to D7, that's exactly what I did. Like here, it says G7. I could go D minor 7. Well, that's a nice melody. I don't think I was doing that at the beginning of the video. But anyway, we've got a G7, and this is a nice reharm written in the score here. A little tritone substitution there. Now, when you're moving these tenths around, and I do apologize to those of you who can't reach the tenths, you don't have to do it that way, of course. You can do something like that. Let your right hand help out with those tenths, and it sounds just fine. Then we go and do the A section again. So a little bit of internal motion there. We went D7. And if you're using the pedal, you can hit this first, and then that. Now, a couple things you could do here is just change this to F minor 6th, which is, it's the same thing as a B flat 7th. And sometimes, you have a minor 4 chord that goes to this flat 7 dominant. That's a 4 chord, a flat 7 chord in the key of C. All right, and doing the block chord voicings there with diminished chords in between, that's reharmonization too, right? All right, it's like a 2 chord and you're putting its 5 in between there, so you could do A flat here, which is very similar to the F minor 6th. Let's just do D minor. You do A flat, leads to G. I think I like that. D minor, then to F minor 6th, then A flat, G. Here it says E diminished. Of course, that's a great chord, right? But you could use A ninth there, also works nicely. And reharmonization can be just changing a minor 7th chord to a dominant 7th chord. In fact, when you do these little half-step approaches, that's really what you're doing, is you're changing it to a D dominant, then using the tritone substitution. So it's kind of like 2 reharmonization steps in one. Now that time I did the tenths like this. All right, if you can't reach them, you can always do it that way. Another thing you might do maybe on the second part of the A section, when you're going exactly like you. All right, because a substitute for the 1 chord is you go up a tritone. Now, this is not tritone substitution, but you go up a tritone and play a minor 7 flat 5. Now, it doesn't seem like that's a logical substitution for the 1 chord, but it is. And I'll just use it here, take the second line. What I was going to do there. Yeah, that's what it was. But you see, it worked pretty well. Now, I used an E7 chord that time to get to my F major 7th chord. And why does that work? Because it's really kind of like a C augmented 7th chord. Got a lot of the same notes in it, right? You can put all the same notes in it, in fact. Now, I don't think it's really reharmonization, but putting the bass note as A flat there would be nice. And here, it seems like you could go there pretty easily, but now we've got 2 measures, and it takes really 6 chords to get back to C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you'd have to go something like, get through them quickly, or something like that maybe. And you can make it sound like 8 chords by doing some tritone substitutions on that last bar. So and then D minor, right? And the last bar could be something like, and then back. Yeah, so there you go, a little bit about Exactly Like You.